Hey, it's your boy, Sergeant Hooked on Heroes. Another on-the-go review today. A little quick one. Hopefully, anyway, you know how fucking awful I am at just continuing to just, prattle on about stuff. But, yeah, I thought today we would talk about, just got done watching Kamen Rider ReVice Battle Familia. This is the little summer movie thing that happened, or summer movie, that takes place just after episode 42, I think, ReVice, like just after they defeated GIF, and before they get into the kind of ridiculous George is all of a sudden a dickhead evil saga. Anyway, so overall, I think I enjoyed it. I'll say it is not a perfect V cinema for the series, but still is entertaining enough. I think it definitely gave some interesting insight into the world building a little bit, and it was nice to see the family together and interacting with each other and with the new characters and fighting in general. And it was cool that they did more with Nozomu, who was the main character of the Chimera little mini-series they did, little 3-episode mini-series they did, where he was the first one to use the Chimera driver, and then Diamond, took it and, became, Kamen Rider Diamond. So yeah, we get some really cool backstory that Diamond, and we got this a little bit in the Chimera series as well, but Diamond is, along with Akaishi, there is two people that are directly contracted with GIF, and that was Damon and Akaishi, right? And so, over the years, though, his body has started to, he started, not feel pain, and even more so later on it reveals he stopped feeling, emotional pain and stuff like that after, losing people, once he got close to anybody, losing them because he's immortal. But ever since they defeated GIF, his body is starting to deteriorate, so they're trying to find the eyes of GIF to use to, take out some of the, GIF cells that are still in the Igarashi siblings, to put it into his body and heal him and make him complete and whatever, right? And so the whole movie is set up that way as far as a backstory for him, and then the main plot gets kicked in with Genta and Yukimi going on a vacation finally, the two of them together, and they go, and it's kind of cool because we also get another little look at the whole thing that the Igarashi family in general is seen as kind of celebrities being Kamen Riders, because they get to the airport and they're just trying to get to their flight and everything, and they get stopped a few times just to get pictures done. They all do the little ReVice little 5-hand gesture thing, so yeah, so they get on their plane, and of course it gets hijacked by Daimon and his guys, and Genta tries to stop them but doesn't know who Daimon is and gets his ass kicked. And he's played by Daimon's played by Kane Kosugi. If you don't know who Kane Kosugi is, he played the wonderful Jiraiya Ninja Black from Kamen Ranger, and what's cool in that is that he's 100% super fluent in English. So in that show on Kamen Ranger, it was really off-putting because he would just all of a sudden speak a bunch of English, and you're like, whoa. Normally in Toku we don't get a lot of that, except for sometimes in the jingles a little bit. But yeah, anyway, excuse me. He is the villain in this, Daimon. And so he takes Genta and Yukimi prisoner. Nozomu's also on the plane. I think he meant to get on there. I think he knew maybe what was going to happen, and he just wanted to be a part of things. So anyway, he's on there too, and he meets Yukimi and Genta, and they get captured. The plane gets hijacked, gets taken to this other NOAA base, this place called Area 666. George tells them about, and it's an old NOAA Foundation base, and that he's not sure what they're going to do, but he can get them there. And so they go, and what's his name? Hiromi is the one that flies them there in his fucking goofy little vest armor. They all get the Igarashi siblings all get their own little vest, armor, goofy things to wear. And they go to save them, and we get some good fights here and there with some GIF juniors and stuff like that and whatever. And we also get George springing Oteka from prison, along with getting Hana and Tamaki there in their Dead Man's costumes. I don't really know why they put them on. It's kind of goofy, but anyway, to use him to help the Igarashi siblings, help free them and help get Yukimi and Genta out of there. Telling them to help reduce his sentence and blah blah blah. And that with his and he kind of, what he really gets him with, he says, I'll let you use this. He goes, what's that? He's like, it's the Chimera driver, and he's like, it has one of the eyes of GIF within it. He's like, I was thinking that since I used it and it released, Sheik, who is the devil that was put in him by Masumi, that somebody like you, who is actually fused with GIF and was strong enough to fuse with GIF, might be the one to be able to use it. Kind of ridiculous spoilers right now for this whole movie, he doesn't get to use it at all. He wears it and does nothing with it the whole film. I don't know why he did. I think it was really weird. I don't know. I kind of wish they would just give him a rider form at this point, since the other two Dead Mans have one, but I mean, it's fine. So they help out as well, and their Igarashi siblings get captured, and Diamond's able to actually mess with their devils and make them pull out Kagero, Vice, and Lovekov separate from them and make them evil, sort of. So Vice just has red eyes, Kagero is just even more dickhead Kagero. And then Love gets like a full, like, normal, like, adult human female body with her goofy Lovekov head on top of it. Yeah, and they're like fighting the Igarashis. And it's really sad seeing them get their asses kicked by their own devils, especially how close they all get with their demons throughout the show. And so they get captured, and they're getting their cells taken from them and make some more Gift Juniors and Gift X's and whatever the hell. And, what's it called? The other, like, general type monsters and everything. Well, this is happening, how do they get out? I can remember. Oh, that's right. So the way that they get out was really interesting. So Yukimi, Sheik in the human form, keeps telling her, like, basically shit-talking everybody. And she tries saying, like, you're not going to win, this is not going to work out for you, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, what do you mean? You're not strong enough to do anything you can. She's like, I will. I'll protect my family. It's my destiny. And all of a sudden, this fucking, like, angel comes out of her, out of nowhere. And, yeah, and so, like, when they didn't show that in the previews, people were like, oh my god, is she going to be able to use the Death Stream driver? No. It's just this big, like, goofy alien-looking angel thing. And almost, honestly, it looked like a Bayonetta angel. If you know what the Bayonetta angels look like, it was like that. I was like, why? So it, like, frees her, and Genta knocks a few of the bad guys back, and it goes into the Thundergale buy stamp and makes it into the Igarashi 50 buy stamp. And so that creates the new form, the Kamen Rider Igarashi form, where it combines Live, Revi, and what's it called? Oh my god, John, whatever, into Kamen Rider Igarashi. And it's funny because right afterwards, what's his name? Sheik says, "Oh, who is this? Who are you?" And Genta interrupts him and is like, "Are you deaf? Didn't you hear it? It's Kamen Rider Igarashi." It says, it's Kamen Rider Igarashi, the subtitle, comma, duh. Like, it would normally say Igarashi da, but the person that did the subtitles made it look like Genta was like, you fucking idiot, duh, did you not hear the jingle? Almost implying that, like, in universe they can hear the jingles, I guess. It would make sense if they could. It's just funny that no one comments on any of it and thinks, to, like, talk about it at all. But anyway, the suit is, I don't know. I don't hate Kamen Rider Igarashi. I think it's a decent suit combining the parts. I do think that Revi and Live and Jean, whatever, have some odd, like, some colors that I don't think mix quite the best together. But I think it looks decent overall. I don't hate it necessarily. But we get an extended fight sequence with that, knocking out some Gift Juniors and fighting some more Gift X's and blah, 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 blah. We also get our Geets cameo, of course. He goes in there and fights for a little bit. And basically Diamond's just looking at him and he's just like, who are you? And he's like, Kamen Rider Geets, blah, 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 blah. And then he just leaves. And it's like, Ace, you could stay and help a little bit more than that, buddy. Which really fits into what we know about Ace now. Anyway, so Nozomu gets to transform again and fights Diamond for a little bit. Of course, he gets his ass kicked. And I'm fine he was in this movie. I don't know. I wish that he had a bigger part to play in it. And especially with Daimon having this thing near the end where they give, like, a bit more tragedy to his backstory, that the longer he was alive, being immortal and everything, the more chance he had to get, like, close to people, and then those people died because of old age or whatever, and he doesn't die, and that, like, made him hardened against humanity, and that they're all foolish and need to be, blah, 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 extinguished or whatever. And so I feel like there was more that could be done with Nozomu and that whole entire thing, because he's basically just on, like, a suicide run here because of his parents. If you don't know, in the Chimera special, his parents get killed by Daimon, and that's why he wants to like swear revenge on him and go after him. And it sucks because he didn't get to like really like fight him for that long and do that much damage to him. Not that I was expecting him to, or to be the one that would get the final hit, but again, he just feels a little wasted. I like his character, he just feels a little wasted. Hiromi gets an extended sequence of this bow and arrow being fucking Hawkeye for some reason and killing some Gift Juniors. And then Oteka also, but it's weird because he doesn't have a demon in him anymore, so I don't know how he's fighting the Gift Juniors like this, but whatever. I guess he's strengthened by the Chimera driver because he doesn't fucking use it. We do get to see Hana transform into Aguilera, Kamen Rider Aguilera, and Tamaki go into Over Demons. So that was cool. In their Dead Man's outfits. I don't know why they're wearing them, but whatever. So Icky ends up being the last one to fight Diamond, right? They go into Giffard Rex, you know, their ultimate ReVice form. That's not enough. He fights him hand to hand after getting him like beaten down a little bit. Gets more of his backstory, like I said, about like he's immortal and blah 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 and whatever, and you know, kind of cutting himself off from like emotional pain and physical pain because of all the people he's lost. And you know, he's like, why do you continue to protect them? And Icky, of course, goes back to that main rider thing he talks about all the time, which I love Icky about. Say what you will about ReVice, I love him as a main rider. Sorry, I do. No one will ever change my opinion. So he says that thing, a whole thing about, you know, when I save people, seeing the smiles on their face that they're being saved and that they're finally happy and not scared anymore, that's enough reward for me. That's enough for me to keep going, to keep fighting. And, you know, you can see Diamond kind of like taking it in, like, huh, like he's really confused by that, but kind of understands. And so they get another final fight again. They fight hand to hand a little bit, and then he goes into, of course, just base form Revy against Kamen Rider Daimon, which I love the jingle. It's a little longer than the normal Chimera one, which is like King Dial Kamen, Kimura, Kimura, Kimura. This one does that, but it's all the other things that are involved in it. So yeah, anyway, they fight. He, of course, defeats him. And he says, you know, I will, you know, Icky tells me, he's like, I'll continue, you know, your quest to protect the ones you love. And he says, you know, thank you, my friend. And they like fist bump, and then he dies. And they get out. The baby is born. There's like this pregnant lady throughout the movie. The baby's born. She names it after Nozomu. Everybody's safe. Oteka gets taken back into custody. And we move on. And we're done. We get a little thing with them at the Happy Spy afterwards. And, you know, it's all good and all fine and dandy. So overall, it's a decent film. I think it was entertaining. I think I would have loved to see it in theaters. That's the thing people have to understand, is that these are like to be put in theaters to be like a fun, like, can you imagine getting something like that? Like, you're watching whatever show you're watching, like let's say, you know, I don't know, some kind of like American run show, and then all of a sudden there's a film that goes right alongside it that's picking up the action and doing stuff with it. Like, you know, yeah, it didn't push the plot forward at all, but do we really expect it to, with it being set after Gift being defeated? Like, the only thing that I really thought was missing here is that they could have started in the film a little bit George's break that makes him break entirely and become what he becomes later with the whole Juga arc. That would have made sense to me to do it there, but again, you can't change what's already been written, so whatever. But overall, I thought I really liked it. I think the action was good. I think the henshins were really cool. Seeing the siblings fight, we get a really awesome fight. I forgot to mention this with with Sakura, Daiji, and Genta together. We get Deathstream again. Deathstream's suit, other than Max Ryuso Red, is one of my favorite fucking suits in Toku. Oh my god, I love Deathstream suit, and I'm so mad I did not jump on the pre-order for that fucking Deathstream driver unit. I'm so pissed off. But anyway, yeah, we get a really cool fight with them, and it's really awesome seeing them work together and like get to stand together after defeating, I think it's Sheik actually, with an explosion behind them and everything. Pretty cool. So yeah, overall, I really liked it. I think that it could have been better in certain ways. I think that Nozomu could have had a bigger part. I think they could have started showing the break of George, and I like showing pretty intimately how the drivers are working with the Chimera driver, whereas Nozomu is, you know, three things with it, three creatures that make, you know, King Dial Kamen, Kimura, well, two actually, Kimura, the twin Chimera thing, and then clearly Daimon is three of them, whereas we get Juga, which is all 10. So like clearly he was just trying to like up everything and trying to be as far ahead as he could be, you know, power wise. But yeah, so like I said, overall I really liked it. I think the dialogue was good. I think the story overall was decent. I wasn't expecting anything earth-shattering because this is set before the end of the series. So you gotta go on with lowered expectations. If it was somehow set after, that would be different, and you could definitely be upset with it not doing things to push, the arcs forward and what have you. We still have the demons, what's it called? Demons and Live/Evil little V Cinema coming out pretty soon that gives them both new forms. Marvelous Live and Marvelous Evil, with the weird colors on them, and then the Emperor Demons or whatever. And then clearly we've gotten a little bit about the, what's it called? The Versus movie, and stuff like that, and what's going on with that. So, overall score-wise, I'd probably give it a strong 8 out of 10. It was still entertaining to watch. I think there was really good fights in it. The music was great. The effects were good. Characters overall were decent. I just wish Nozomu had a bigger part of it, and we would have started to see a bit of the beginnings of the break that George has becoming Juga. I think that would have helped to ease things with that whole arc if we would have seen that happening as we go forward through this movie into the rest of the series that's left. But as it is, 8 out of 10, still pretty entertaining. As far as content this week, definitely going to be having the my Gates episode 12 review up this week, and also Down Brothers 38 once that gets up, and I can watch that and review it. Over on Henshins and Homies this week, Thursday, around 7:30, 8ish or so, we will be joined by the illustrious Sentai 5. We'll be on talking about Kamen Rider Gates, just like how we did before when we had Zio Agito and Rokusatsu on, talking about the current state of Down Brothers. Same thing. This is basically just how we feel about Gates as it is right now, going forward, what we think it's going to do. And then the second topic will be our favorite henshin poses / Sentai change poses. Check us out on there. You can watch it live on Thursday around 7:30, 8 o'clock, so we'll go live, put links up on Twitter and social media and all that. Watch us live on YouTube or through StreamYard. If you'd rather wait to not watch it live, you can listen to us as a podcast, anywhere you can get them. Google Podcasts, what else? Spotify Podcast, Apple, anywhere you can get podcasts, we are there. Henshins and Homies Podcast. Let me know in the comments below what you guys thought about Battle Familia, if you've seen it, if you haven't. You love it, hate it, in the middle, favorite moments, things like that. What you would think would be cool to add to it, or what could have been in there to make it more worthwhile, I guess. But as always, stay hooked on Heroes. I tried telling you this is going to be a short review, and it wasn't fuck at all a short review. But I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.